Hey, welcome to the video. I'm Ryan, SethBasedTriathlon.com, also known as the Plan Man for my training plans. And today's quick tips, we're going to talk about how to enjoy race day. So many of us get out there and the anxiety is palpable before the race starts. And a lot of us are focused on time and just getting through it and getting to the finish line. But we kind of omit the whole, enjoy race day, kind of take it all in and see what's going on out there. There's a lot going on that if you don't pay attention, like Ferris Bueller says, life moves pretty fast. You don't take a minute to stop and look around once in a while, you're going to miss it. So don't miss the fun things on race day. So we're going to dive right into it. Number one, practice the gratitude mindset in training. Just be thankful that we can come out and do this stuff. There's a lot of people in this world that don't get this opportunity. So if you don't practice gratitude in some shape, form, or another, it's kind of hard to appreciate, especially on race day when you go out there and you just kind of take for granted that, this is a privilege to be able to go out and do this stuff. I know we pay money and stuff when we do all the training. We kind of expect, hey, we've done the work. We should be able to come out here and do this race. Not everybody is that lucky. Not everybody is that fortunate. So just practice mindset of gratitude. It'll really help you on the tough days, especially. Number two, have a mantra if you need it. Whatever that mantra is, on race day, if it's just keep swimming, just keep swimming. If you're Dory on the swim, just one pedal stroke after another, run to the next cone, and ticking off cones or whatever on the run, whatever you got to do. If a mantra is something that really helps you out, develop that mantra and have it ready for race day. Number three, be proactive in your race planning. So if you're going out there and you're all stressed out and you didn't think about special needs bags or your T1, T2 bags didn't have what you needed in it, or you didn't set your transition up properly. If you didn't plan it out proactively, you create a lot of stress on race day that you could have had a little less stress when you're planning it and planned it. And then on race day, it wasn't as much of a problem because everything is amplified on race day. And the last thing we do is create more stress on race day. So be proactive in your planning. Number four, do the training. Going out there and doing a race on not enough training. There's sometimes, don't make sure you don't go overtraining wise. It's probably better to be a little bit undertrained than overtrained, but there's a certain point of being so much undertrained that it is just completely uncomfortable, painful, suffering. It's hard to enjoy race day if you're not trained up to do the race day. So make sure you do the training. Number five, look around, doing it safely. If you're on the bike or something like that. If you're on the swim, it's been kind of interesting and fun going out and doing the swim. And like I'm in Florida and places that I don't normally live at, is you're swimming on the beach and you're looking at the shore, you're looking at the sunrise over the ocean, stuff like that. Riding the bike in Florida, lots of scenery that we don't get here in Kansas. Doing the run in Florida, and looking around the spectators and taking it all in and not just running past, not having that tunnel vision and running past things. So make sure you kind of look around once in a while and take it in. Number six, do the work, stay hydrated and fed. If you're not hydrated, you don't have that proper nutrition going on, even Olympic distance, sprint distance, or something like that, if you're not fueling yourself properly, your mind just kind of goes in a darker place. It's a lot easier. So just make sure you're fueled and you're hydrated properly, and that will tremendously go a long ways to help you enjoy race day. So make sure fed and hydrated. Number seven, thank a volunteer. Showing the gratitude, having a gratitude mindset, and actually outwardly showing that gratitude goes a long way too. Because a lot of those volunteers are out there and they don't have to be. And they're just there because they want to support you or they're supporting someone else in the race, but they're helping you as well. So make sure you show a little bit of gratitude to those volunteers because they're spending their time that they don't have to be there to do that. Number eight, break down the course into manageable chunks. So if you just look at 112-mile bike ride or 56 miles or something like that, you're like, oh, I'm at mile one. That's going to be a long day. Or 26.2 miles or 13.1 miles. You get to like, oh, I'm not even mile one yet, and this is just horrible. Break it off into small, manageable chunks. I know for me personally, on the bike, I have my timer set at, or automatic interval set at every 5 miles. So I just chunk it off and just kind of manage, okay, how did that mileage go? What was my average speed? What did I think about that? What was the effort level? Or break it off into sections of the race course. If it's a loop or something like that, it's like, okay, this is the first loop, second loop. Only focus on the loop that you're doing at the time, or the 5 miles you're doing at the time, or the mile you're doing at the time, or from cone to cone, aid station, whatever you got to do. Break it down into manageable chunks. and make sure you're focused on that chunk while you're doing it. Takes your mind off of maybe things that aren't as comfortable at that time. Number 9, race with friends. I've done races where I don't know anybody there, and I've done races where it's like whole groups of people that I know. It is much more enjoyable to do it with friends, especially when you're seeing them out there in the course. You're all sharing the same suffering and 26.2 miles after a 112-mile bike ride and 2.4-mile swim. There's a little bit of suffering going on. It's not all enjoyment out there, but it is nice to see your friends and kind of commiserate while you're on the course. And then afterwards, you can sit there and talk about all the suffering that happened out there together. So racing with friends really does kind of help out. Get your minds off of things that you're doing and makes it a little bit more comfortable in the long run. So that's my quick tips. I know I went through it kind of quick. Got anything I should add? Got any questions? Put them in the comments. If it helped you out, give it a like on Facebook. Give it a like. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell notifications for future videos on tips or on race courses or anything I do. Like I said, put comments in there. I get notifications. I'll come back, answer them, check them out, see what you got, see what you want to say. And with that, I'll wrap this video up talking about how to enjoy race day, and we'll see you in the next